Hello my dear friends, welcome you all to my channel Dr. Ray's Homeopathy. So we have presented before you with homeopathic lecture series. This is the time to explore various areas of homeopathy, important for theoretical as well as clinical purposes. For any queries, WhatsApp on 9850410862 or mail me on dditha31@gmail.com. So stay healthy and stay blessed. Hello my dear friends. So as we have said before, the method of second prescription that we have studied from Kent. Now that time I had said that the process of second prescription, what was proposed by Bonning-Husson, was beautiful and it's a mathematical calculation. So today we want to discuss about the method of second prescription as proposed by Bonning-Husson. So as you know, the title of the book we call it is Bonning-Husson's Therapeutic Pocket Book, or in small term it is TBP, Therapeutic Pocket Book. But the name of the book is this, Bonning-Husson's Therapeutic Pocket Book for Homeopathic Physicians to use at the bedside and in the study of the Materia Medica. It's a very long name. And the formulation that we all know, it is a compiled version of 3 different publications. So these 3 books were the Repertory of Antisodic Medicines, published in the year 1832, the Repertory of the Medicines which are not antisodic, published in the year 1835, an attempt at showing the relative kingship, relationship of homeopathic medicine. So that is published in the year 1836. And all these 3 books were amalgamated to get a definite form, and this what we call Bonning-Husson's Therapeutic Pocket Book. Now the chapters in this book is mind and intellect, parts of the body and organs. So there we have got 39 subsections. We have got sensation and complaints in general. We have got sleep and dreams. We have got fever, a very fantastic chapter, fever. Alteration of state of health, very simply that is ameliorations and aggravations. And last was the relationship of remedies, or what we call the concordant part of this repertory, and that is our subject of discussion today. Now this concordance has got the relationship of 141 medicines. 141. Now this can be used for studying the relationship of remedies at various levels. Say mind, part, sensation, modalities, etc. This is helpful for finding the second prescription that we are going to discuss soon. And in certain cases, a defecting medicine cannot be given even though indicated, so as to avoid unwanted precipitation of the adverse symptom. We can use this. So now let us see. The arrangement of a single drug is done under the following headings: mind, localities, sensation, glands, bones, skin, sleep and dream, then blood, circulation and fever, aggravations, time and circumstances, other remedies, antidotes and injuries. So now let us see the book. Now this is how the drug, for example, aconite, is arranged. Now see, the first there is mind, and no symptom of mind is written. Only the drug can be tallied or can be prescribed after aconite and Nepilus in the mental conditions that is given. Specifically this mental condition it is not given, because that was not the original style of Bonning-Husson. So this is the name of the drug with their gradations. So you may see aloes, apis, argentum, then we are getting this drug, all capital. So this drug under italics. So like this. So we are getting the arrangement. First is mind, then localities, then sensations, then glands, then bones, then we are getting skin, then sleep and dream, blood circulation and fever, aggravations, time and circumstances, and then other remedies, then antidotes. The injurious drugs are not mentioned because it was not probably found in the clinical practice of bone emotion, or it was not experienced by them, because they were true Hahnemannian and they have written only those things, so they have experience in their practice. Now as far as the gradations are concerned, so the arrangement is like this: mind, then localities, sensation, gland, bones, etc. So we are getting 11 separate headings. Now the method of using, how we are going to use it. Now for example, a boy came with fever and aconite was the first prescription. Now this boy again come back. And for example, now he has got some glandular complaint. For example, his tonsil are now found to be swollen. Now this patient came with little amelioration or no amelioration of fever. So that doesn't matter. Now the second prescription is needed. Now what to do? Now how we have written it previously? But the schema is first mind, the locality, sensation, and you are getting gland in the fourth position. Now the boy have come with tonsillar swelling. So what we have to do? We have to put gland at first. So mind 1, now mind is turning to be 2. So gland is 1, then mind 2, then locality is 3, then sensation and complaints in general 4, then 5, bone 6. So the serial is not going to be changed. So what we did? The gland came first. If for example the boy had developed some skin eruptions, so instead of writing gland, the skin would have been come at first, and then it had been followed serially by mind, location, sensation, then glands, then bone. And because there is no skin, so sleep will replace the skin and the dream and sleep will be replaced by the blood circulation, like that. Now here we have used the gradation used in the book by Allen, because the German edition differs from Hampel editions and then Allen. And BBC and Allen are almost followed the same thing. Now if we see the original German edition, so for 5 months they have written in italic, but there is space. Hampel edition, it is all cap and bold. And in BBC here, it is all cap but not bold. See, there is some difference. So here we have followed this. That is all cap, then bold, then italic, then common Roman, and then Roman in parentheses. So this is 5, this is 4, this is 3, this is 2, and this is 1 for us. Now let us see. Now we are proceeding. What we are doing now? Now I will at first tabulate all the drugs with their grades under the heading glands. Now see, in gland, belladonna carries 4 marks, then bryonia, lyco, they are carrying 2 marks, then we are getting mercurius, that is carrying 4 marks, then phosphorus 4 marks, pulsatilla, it is of 2 marks, and sulfur, that is carrying 3 marks. So the issue is over. Now we have to find the mind. Now in mind we are getting ample of remedies, but no need of using ample of remedies. What I have to do, I have to select belladonna in aconite in mind section, how much marks it had got. Now let us see. So this is our belladonna. Now find belladonna. This is belladonna, and the marks that was belladonna had got, so that is 4. Now bryonia carrying 2, Then Lycopodium carrying 3. Let us see. Let us see. Now Bryonia, this. Then you see Lyco, Lyco, Hyacinth, Lachesis, Lidum. This is Lyco. This is carries 3, you see. Then Pulsatilla, this is again carries 3 marks. So the same thing is done. We have written only the drug of glands and the relative mark they have got in different headings. So in mind, in localities, in sensation, like that. So this is a process of elimination. The other drug, this is a process we can tell total addition with elimination method. If we study Repertory explained by Tarafdar, this is a very fantastic book. So there you will see he had given several formulas or several ways of repertorization. Total addition, addition with subtractions. So like that. So it is a kind of elimination because the gland is getting eliminated with the other drugs. And addition because finally we are adding all the marks they have got. So Belladonna in this sheet of repertorization have got 36 marks. Again we are getting phosphorus is having 36 marks and sulfur is having 36 marks. So mathematically I have got in the case of aconite, when the boy have come with some problem of gland, for example tonsillitis, what are the drugs should be prescribed? So we are getting these 3 drugs, belladonna, phosphorus and sulfur. Now question comes, what is to be prescribed now to this condition? Because all these drugs are carrying equal marks. Now there is something recommended. Now let us see the recommendations. What? We have to tally the most probable remedy, list from the antidote and select the next drug if that matches the list. Now these 3 drugs, so this is not final. Now I have to check this drug from the list of antidote and from the list of the injurious. So here see the list of antidote. So these 3 drugs are not mentioned. And I said before the inimical or injurious relationship is not written in aconite. But if it would have been in aconite also, I have to find these 3 drugs whether they are coming under any list of antidote or inimical. If it is not there, then the 3 drugs are fixed. And how the 3 drugs will be differentiated? The proposal is this. We have to find the most prominent area. That means among these 3 drugs, which suits better for gland tonsil. Now for this reason, this book is not enough. We have to study synoptic key of Bower. There you see under every drug, they have given the idea of area involved. So from most prominent modality, for most prominent site, and most prominent thermal modality. So for example, the 3 drugs that came, what are the drugs? That is belladonna, phosphorus and sulfur. Now let us see, if it is right sided, then the belladonna can be indicated. If it is on left side, so the phosphorus can be indicated. So thermal modality, if the patient is chilly, phosphorus is more indicated. If the patient is hot, then sulfur is more indicated. So this is the way by which we can finally select the remedy. So this is entirely a beautiful process and there is no question of any prediction. This is entirely mathematical and we can use in our practice. So thank you very much for your patience hearing. I hope at least in few cases, especially in acute cases, I should not tell in that way, but for beginning in acute cases, you can work with this concordant chapter of Burning Ocean and obviously I am sure that you will get results.